Thank you for tuning back into Millennial Nation with Matt and Mike. This is a topic that we've all done before. Mike and I have done it plenty of times. 7 career moves to make in your 20s.
That's right, Matt. Everything from taking risks to networking. Let's get going.
Let's bring it on in.
Introducing the hottest topics on the block. Welcome to Millennial Nation.
Hey guys, welcome back to Millennial Nation. Matt and Mike here.
Here we are.
We want to thank you for joining back in with us. If you're seeing on our podcast, if you're watching us YouTube or Facebook, we appreciate it. Today's topic is 7 career moves we all should make in our 20s. I think it's a good topic. It's an article off of businessinsider.com. I like that website. It has a lot of good information about business, but just life and stuff like that.
Yeah, and this pertains to us because millennials are in their 20s.
Yep.
And
I'm at my end of my 20s. Shit.
We both are. We're getting there in the late 20s now. And it's 7 career moves that me and Mike most agree with. We're going to tell you a couple of them that we aren't really doing. And like we said before, there's only so many things that you can master in life or conquer in life. And we're going to go through the first one here. Take whatever will keep you afloat.
That's right.
Is number 1 on here.
Yeah.
We actually had a show on millennial being called the entitled generation. Yeah. And it's a stereotype that a lot of us don't like. And I guess it's not so bad if you're just going to want to just say take a little bit more than you should.
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's my thing is you're either out of high school, you're out of college, wherever the hell you are out of. Don't think you're going to walk out of Harvard or the community college and be the CEO of fucking Microsoft. It just doesn't work that way. And I think a lot of people think, all right, I have a degree. I know they said when I went to school and I taught the advisor that this degree in marketing, I should make $100,000 a year. Easy. That's just not going to happen. Be ready for $25,000. And that's it.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes to just pay your bills, get by, work up to making that killer money. You still live at home probably.
Yeah.
So you don't need to go out and make $50,000, $60,000 at 20, 21 years old. If you do, congratulations, you're effing awesome.
I don't think you're getting out of Harvard at 21 years old.
No, whatever it is.
But I know what you're saying. But however, you could be that CEO if your parents are a congresswoman or a congressman and they're steering contracts your way. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. That's
very small chance of that. And that you either with that.
Yeah.
What if that company goes under or something like that? Those are the people that are going to fall on their face and live in their mom's basement forever in their mansion. Not going
to know what to do when reality hits if that doesn't work out for them.
Yeah, I mean, this is the time where we'll get to the second one. This is the time where you network, you meet people. If you're moving in your 20s for the next 10 years, 12 years, whatever it is, company to company every few years, moving up the ladder, the pay scale, whatever the reason is for leaving, you're networking. I wish I did a lot more networking when I was younger. I met a lot of people, a lot of different industries, but I feel like I should have done more events, more conferences to go meet not just people that were in landscaping or restaurants, maybe bankers, insurance, construction, everything, because you don't know what you could learn from that person that you don't even think can relate to your own industry.
Yeah, a formal networking situation. I've never been to one, but I can tell you right now that I network with a lot of people every day on construction sites or on a service location or any customer that I'm with. I'm usually dealing with multiple different companies, multiple different managers, owners even sometimes come out. And, in my personal view, I feel like if you're doing that and you're networking within the career that you want to stay in, that I think is good. That is networking still to me. Even though I don't do formal networking, I feel like I still do some form of networking. It's just not in all different fields. Volunteering is the next one, which I don't do any volunteering. I mean, I really don't even want to talk about it because I literally have never. I signed up to do volunteering one time in my life, and I was going to build houses or volunteer to build houses for people who were homeless. And it fell through because a crappy day or something like that. It just didn't work out. I signed up for it. I was going to do it, and it never worked out. And ever since then, I've never done anything else. I feel like it would be very rewarding if I did it and got it done. However, I feel like you can always instead of volunteering, but you could give to a cause or a charity that you believe in, that you trust in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I wish I did volunteering. I mean, I coached rec lacrosse. I don't even know if that's volunteering. I didn't get paid. I helped little kids play lacrosse because I like the sport. You know, I think sports should be pushed more when you know, kids and stuff like that. And I don't think enough people volunteer for sports. But yeah, I do think, you know, like I said before we were making this video, that I wish I did like Habitat for Humanity. You know, redoing the house and all that stuff, I feel like I can now help out more. You know, volunteering, same thing, donate money, do charity work, do events, stuff like that. And we've done, you know, working at the restaurant, I've done different events, you know, help raising money and stuff like that. So I've done a little bit, but definitely not as much as I wish I did to give back.
Yeah,
you know, we all need to give back. Social responsibility, everybody does. So, you know, number 4, invest in new skills. We talk about this every damn show probably, about learning something every day, 20 minutes of a book, read articles, anything from time management to retirements, not 401ks or IRAs because you're an idiot, stuff like that. You know, that should be, that until you die, pretty much you can't read a book or something like that. That should never end.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like you said, we talk about this all the time. Taking classes, so many classes online that we have mentioned were $10 to learn how to be good at Excel or any program that's out there that would help you within your career. I mean, if you're going to just anywhere it's available online right now today, I've done it. I've done it plenty of times myself. So don't think that we're sitting here thinking that we haven't done it. I've taken online classes before and it's worked out for me. And it definitely builds on skills. Now, skills aren't learned in an hour though.
No, it takes time. And it don't have to be work related though.
Yeah.
Just saying that.
It could be something that's outside of what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, but getting into those things, sometimes it takes weeks or even months to learn a new skill.
Yeah.
So don't think that you're going to be able to look at a YouTube video on how to change out a motor in a car and think that you can go out and do that. That's not going to, that's not going to happen.
Or you read the book that says lose 20 pounds in 4 days. That shit ain't right. It's not going to work. You're probably going to die or get cancer.
Be realistic.
Yeah, don't do that shit.
Next one is diversify your work.
Yes.
Just what we ended with here. Just basically do everything and anything. You know?
Yeah. Don't, if your boss says, if you are I don't know, you answer the phones and you're just a hostess, whatever. If the boss says, hey, will you do something that's not even in your job title? They say, you're the host, you're supposed to seat people, but do you want to work in the kitchen tonight? Oh, I don't want to do that. Just do it. You might kick ass. You might find something that you like more than a hostess. You might say, I'm a pretty good hostess, or I like answering phones or making schedules, whatever. And you moving around makes you more valuable to that company. And it makes your resume look a hell of a lot better. Yeah. There's no job below you or above you that you shouldn't be doing. Me, I want to be in everything. I want to learn everything from, even though I'm just operations, I want to know about finances. I want to know about the loans. I want to know about the interest rates on buying new vehicles. Mm-hmm. When you're buying, I want to go there with you. I want to learn everything.
Yeah, once you start with that mentality, though, that, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
You're already screwed.
Yeah,
it's already done for you because you don't want to do it in the first place. You have to get into the mentality of before you get into something that you want to go into something else or you want to learn all aspects of this business.
You're young. If you don't want to learn, straight up, you're just a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
If you think you don't need to learn something, you're an idiot.
Every single day of your life, you're going to need to.
Yeah.
That's it.
And you never know what's going to lead you to.
Yeah.
Number 6, which is probably one of the biggest, take risks. This, at your time, at your life, in your 20s, there's no damn reason that you're not starting, you're saving money. Start a business, man. What's the worst that happened? You live at home. If you live at home, you're not going to lose shit. Yeah, you lost $10,000 of Granny's money that she left you, whatever. That's part of life. You will make it back, okay? Unless you don't make it in life, you're going to be able to come back, learn something, and you might come back to kick ass. You could fail 30 times. It only takes one goddamn business to make $1 million.
Yeah.
That's it.
That is true. And,
Yeah.
I mean, me and Mike have done it. Me and Mike have opened up companies before that we don't do anymore.
Yep.
And it's not necessarily because we were dumb it was a risk that we took. We knew it going into it, and we realized that this wasn't working out and it wasn't going the way that we wanted. So we have to change something. We have to change the way our lives are now, reinvest or save up money and take the risk later down the road. And that is should be a constant with you.
Oh, yeah.
And I think a lot of people hold it back to where they say, okay, you have a family. Now I have kids to worry about. Now you have a house to worry about. Now, if you gain, the more responsibility that you gain on yourself, the less
in your 20s.
chance that you're going to be able to take a risk. And that's really what I talked about this at on a previous show where millennials are having kids a lot later in life.
Yeah,
and
that's smart.
I think it's a good thing because one, our life expectancy is longer than any other generation before us, and we should be taking those risks in our 20s instead of taking them later in life, because in our 20s we have the most energy, we have the most time for it, and we just have the strength, the mental strength to do it.
Yeah. Taking risks at a young age, and like I said, the last one, how many people do we know that say they wish, if I could speak English, wish they took that risk, open that business, move to Hollywood to become an actor, and the shit just didn't work out. It doesn't matter. We open companies, they didn't make it. Or, sometimes we open up the restaurant, and we did great for 7 years. But I knew, and the worst part is when you know that you are limited to your growth, and you saw it, that I couldn't grow anymore. Just wasn't going to happen. And I was just like, all right, this isn't worth me just busting my ass to not have any more growth. So you close it down, you sell it off. That's the way it is.
Yeah.
And I learned. Now I look back and I'm like, I learned so much shit that next time around, it's fucking game on.
You know how to be prepared for each situation. You know how to prepare yourself to avoid situations.
Yep.
It is like, it's a whole different world because more than likely your first business is going to fail.
Yeah.
And you have to go through that experience. Now, of course, if you've been doing something for 30, 40 years and then you want to open up a business, of course it might work out for you. But in your 20s, someone who opens up a business, more than likely it's going to fail. That's just
the way it is. But you learn. You're gonna come back. You're gonna kick ass. And like I said, back in the day, I didn't know what the hell I was doing in the last 7 years, and I was like, how did this shit happen? Now I look back and I'm like, I fucked up a lot. Yeah. Now I'm gonna fucking crush it next time around.
Yeah.
And I'm excited about it. I talk about it all the time. I will get back into it. But I'm still willing, even with having a house, payments, debt, whatever it is, if I get the chance to open that company and I still have that money, I'm doing it.
Risking everything,
yes,
right?
Just going all out, and that should never end.
Right.
Number 7, land some show-off pieces is what they're saying.
I don't care what anybody else thinks about what I have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I care about what people think about what I do and what I say, but I do not care if someone looks at me and says, you have a crappy car, or you reached the goal of doing let's just say they talk about a portfolio in here, expanding your portfolio.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure I'm worried about other people looking in on certain aspects of my life, like my personal life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sorry.
No, I mean, that's all really all I have to say.
I mean, sometimes, here's my thought. If you go out and you buy a fucking Ferrari, something stupid, I'm just going extreme here, just to show off that you got a nice car to get women, you're a dumbass, okay? I've never been a car person. You know that. I like motorcycles. But I would surely in hell not go out and buy a $40,000 motorcycle just to say, hey, look, guys, I make $20,000 a year. I got some cash and live at home with my mommy. You look like a bitch. Straight up, you look like I hate that. Yeah. You're like, oh, man, look at my new car. I got this nice F-350. I'm like, Dude, that's a $60,000 car. Yeah, I'm like, where you living at? Oh, I still live at home. And I'm like, that you look like a fucking idiot and is going to ruin your chances of getting a house or whatever else after that. Yeah. Me, I'd rather put my money into, if you want to make fun of me, that's because I own rental properties. I own a company. I have a bigger house. That is stuff, but I wouldn't show that off. But you will get judged because you're 30 years old, 25 years old, and you have assets. Yeah. And people hate seeing that shit because they're 50 and 60, didn't take no chance in their fucking lives, and they want to get on you because, you know, it's, I won't say it's over. It's not over. But
I want to show
it's
the
less
paychecks.
time. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I like cheddar,
what
dude.
I buy, whatever you see, I want to know my worth.
Yeah.
I'm fine with showing off that. I care what people think about that. But I do not care if someone thinks that I got a crappy car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're like, well, look at this guy. He's got a... I don't care. You have no idea what I drive, what other vehicles I have, or anything else that I have in my life.
You got the guy who started Walmart, Sam Walton, right? I think that's his last name. Yeah, dumbass. And they used to joke about him driving an old pickup truck. It was like a 60-some pickup truck. And people used to say, dude, you own Walmart. Like, what the hell are you doing in this fucking old beat-up Ford pickup truck? And he's like, I just like drive my old pickup truck because he was a true farm boy. There was nothing about him that was different. But behind the scenes, you didn't know he had like 6 jets on standby 24 hours a day, no joke, that if something happened at any of the Walmarts across the world, he could be there within one day. He did not fucking play games. Business came right, and you didn't even know it.
Right.
You know, I've seen millionaires, you're like, this guy does not look like any kind of millionaire. Yeah. He's got the old dually pickup truck that's beat the shit, and the guy's worth like $50 million. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Now, he has 3 houses, and behind that piece of shit truck, he's got one of those big cigarette boats. Badass. But I was like, damn, I'm like, who the hell's this guy? And yeah, then you see it, you know, it pulls up with that shit. I'm like, that's awesome. I want to add one on here.
Yeah, Millennial Nation has one to add.
I think travel. If your company says you want to go to a conference or we're opening a new office, I don't know, a couple states away, 50 miles away, it don't matter. Take that chance. Even if it's only there for a month, if you're just, you know, they entrust you to open up that branch or go there to help set it up. Or they say, hey, you want to go to China for a year? We'll pay you more money, whatever it is. Meeting people and having contacts in other states, you don't know where it's going to lead. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
At some point, you might need that contact. You know, Grant Cardone, you know, he talks all the time about every couple of years he moves to a different city. Not because he wants to get away from it, because now he has friends in Houston. He's got people in San Francisco and Miami. You know, so now you got connections everywhere you go. Yeah, and just because you left the town doesn't mean you still can't do business.
Yeah, I've taken advantage of that plenty of times in my career where I've gotten offered to go to California, Michigan, Texas, basically like 10 different states. And I really enjoyed it. There are times when I didn't enjoy it because I didn't like going away for so long. But I can tell you what, I like meeting the people there. It gets you to know another city, and it's just fun. You know, you just go out and have a good time every once in a while. You know, you're in your 20s. Go out and enjoy it a little bit. Yeah. You know, it doesn't have to be what a lot of these motivational speakers, they always talk about move, do. Yeah. And it doesn't have to always be like that to become the person that you want to be. You can definitely go out and travel and have the fun that you want to have, and still complete all your goals and be where you want to be in life.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah,
agree 100%.
So I hope you guys like the show. Again, 7 career moves to make in your 20s. Mike and I have made plenty of them, some that we want to work on, and we'll see you next time.
That's right. Follow us on YouTube. Our Facebook podcast is still up if you're listening through that. You know, we appreciate it, guys.
Thank you.